When I saw 2022's Neon White for the first time, I was immediately hooked. I was in a Wendy's drive-thru after not having power for days, and it just comes out of the Nintendo Direct looking all stylish and super fun. Published by Annapurna and developed by Angel Matrix, Neon White comes from the mind of Ben Esposito. You might be familiar with some of his games, like Donut County, but I know him from the Sonic Dreams collection and Bubsy 3D during his time with Arcane Kids. This is definitely one of his most unique and interesting games he's had his name attached to, considering those games are in his catalog. Something about Neon White to me just gives off an early 2000s aesthetic. Maybe it's all the water, the simple and vibrant colors, or the designs. It definitely feels like something that was released during my childhood, but plays like a modern game. What Neon White masters is in its game feel and making the player feel like a devil on the run. The gameplay loop is this. The player sprints for the goal as fast as they can while eliminating all the demons in that particular area. Through the level, the player can pick up cards. These cards have weapons on them and are level-based power-ups that are used as resources to get to the goal. Each of them grants a projectile weapon and offers a movement option when they are discarded. You can only hold 2 types of cards at a time, so deciding on when to use them at certain points or exchanging them for others is crucial to your success. You'll be hopping from level to level as fast as you can, using and discarding cards as you naturally move forward. Neon White's main draw is the fact that it encourages you to speedrun it. In these short and simple levels, you're timed and awarded a medal for how fast you completed them. The more you progress, you can unlock your time ghosts and shortcut hits. The game is constantly giving you a push to go faster so you can master every level. Level design evolves with the game as you unlock more cards and abilities. Once an ability is introduced, they give you the challenges that will come with it, and you'll be juggling around each card as you progress these obstacle courses. They evolve into speedy gauntlets until you're just zooming on through, reacting to each situation as they come. By the late game, you'll be able to get an ace on your first try of particular levels. Red medals are secrets because those are the dev times, and beating those gives a great sense of accomplishment and excruciating pain from the people who made the game. And can we talk about the music? It was done by Machine Girl, and it's not just banging, it's mystical. It keeps you focused while you're playing the game, with vocals emphasizing to keep that twitch feeling going. You'll feel the rush and it adds to the aesthetic of the game. It fits in perfectly and makes you want to move faster and get back up every time you fail.
Feel the rush.
Now, unlike most reviewers, I played the game on Switch using both the Switch Pro controller and also in handheld mode. On handheld, it runs just as consistent with full 60 FPS, and I could barely notice any slowdown. When I launched the game, I thought, does this game have gyro support? And yeah, it did. And this heavily improves aiming controls and felt way more natural to use. Not only is it helpful for slight adjustments, I use the analog stick to look in the direction I want, but also use gyro to pinpoint exactly where I want to aim. It's also helpful for quick attacks and corrections. It's not going to be as accurate as a keyboard and mouse, of course, but this is the best way to play the game on the Switch. And also if you don't feel like needing to set up an entire desktop to write a paper as well. It's funny because right as I went back to playing other shooters on Switch after this one, my immediate thought was, why doesn't this game have gyro aim? Neon White's story is definitely the point of contention when it comes to what people have to say about it. Plucked from hell and sent to the afterlife, White is thrown into a game of death against other sinners as neons. In order to be liberated from heaven, he's gotta climb to the top and exorcise every demon in his way. In heaven, White gets to interact with the other neons, especially those who were close to him in his past life. The story of White's life as a criminal and what led to his eventual death is pierced together by the dialogue and memories you can unlock, which tells of a criminal group he and his friends used to be a part of. These scenes build context for the events and the story. I highly recommend collecting all the gifts to unlock White's memories if you're interested in story and lore. Doing so for each character also gives you extra dialogue scenes where you hang out with them and side quests. These are extra levels that act as challenges for every character. Yellow's side quests don't allow you to discard cards, Red's challenges uses one particular card to learn its properties to get through, and Violet's challenges are my favorite. These are short and sadistic Saw-inspired levels that include a ton of spikes and death traps that are super fun to get on through. I mean, I love these levels so much that even on both the Heaven and Hell difficulties, I made top 5 on the Switch leaderboards. Many have criticized the dialogue for having too many memes and references, but I didn't mind it so much. I thought the dialogue and writing was pretty good. When the story wants to take itself seriously, it does, but most of the time it's just having fun with the characters whenever they're just chilling out. I do have a major criticism with the story in the late game. This part also gets into spoilers, so here's a time skip if you want to skip it, if you mind. 3, 2, 1. But there's a twist with Violet that the game mechanics never account for and completely ignores. After she betrays White after literally stabbing him, I don't see him or Red ever talking to her again. But the game allows you to? The excuse is that she just giggles and says, "Haha, I'm not giving back the page I stole from you," and even has a scene that you unlock after that I assume was supposed to hint toward her loyalty to Green. This scene should have been moved around beforehand because the placement is so awkward. For reference, before going out on new missions, I got every single gift in the previous levels and did every event before moving on. So yes, the last event for Violet takes place after her twist. Other than that, its emotional moments did hit pretty hard for me in particular, and it's also due to a pretty decent voice cast. Out of the cast, I immediately recognized Steve Blum, who voices our protagonist, and Sung-Won Cho, who voices Mikey. All the other actors give more fun performances that fit their characters. Some performances came as a surprise, as I didn't know that Ian Jones-Cordy is a character actor and he plays the enthusiastic Neon Yellow. Allison Packard gives a great performance as Neon Red, especially when she's hitting on White or just playing tricks on him. I just really enjoyed this cast of characters. Honestly, I'd love to see future DLC packs where you get to play as the other Neons in their own levels, like each having a short campaign where you experience their perspective. Red and Violet have an implied connection in the main story, so it'd be nice to showcase that here. Now, Neon White took me around 20 hours to fully complete. That means all ace levels, being rank 1, and everyone maxed out. I had a ton of fun playing this game, and I heavily recommend it to all the freaks out there. Anyways, thanks for watching.
Not bad for a dead guy, huh?